So in today's video, we're talking about what 2020 has taught me, like how as 2020 has taught me a lot. Like I've learned so much from this year, and I really want to be sharing with you what I've learned and what we could use also in the coming year, which is 2021. I am so excited, like it's few days to 2021, and you can also learn from this video so you can use it on your journey into 2021 and you can do better with your life. So the first tip is to expect the unexpected. Like most times we take this for granted. This year nobody knew stuff like this would happen. Nobody knew that a disease or a virus like this could take place and then shut down the whole world, and most people could not work, most people lost their job, and lots of things happened to them. So the first thing I learned this year is to expect the unexpected. Like things may be going smoothly for you, and then the next minute you don't know what's going to happen. So always make sure that you are in the right frame of mind, you are in the right state of mind to prepare, or always prepare yourself rather for things that will come, because most times you don't get to know what is going to come your way. You just don't know. Lots of things will just come and you'll be like, when did this even happen? How come? How did it even take place? And you'll be surprised. So this is why you need to prepare for uncertainties and make sure you expect the unexpected, because today you can lose someone, tomorrow you don't know what's going to happen next. So you want to make sure that you're in the right state of mind, which leads me to the next point, which is to always protect your mental health. Like our mental health is so important to us. You need to make sure that you protect your mental health in every area that you can, because your mental health affects almost everything you do in life. Almost every single thing you do in life, your mental health consists of what you feed your mind, what you feed yourself with. Going through social media with your phone, you might see something that you just feel like, okay, why is this thing happening, and that alone can stress you because what you just read is not appropriate, or you should not feed on that. So maintaining your mental health is actually a good thing you need to do from time to time. Make sure that you feed on the right thing. Make sure that you don't watch things that would not have any impact on you. Make sure that you are always focused on what you want to do, on what you want to achieve, and let go of things that would always pull you down. I remember during the coronavirus period where people were battling with their lives, and it was not pleasant to me at all. Like whenever I pick up my phone and I was going through the internet and I see those clips, I felt bad, I felt broken. I just didn't know what to do, because I was not able to feed on such things. And whenever I see images of people crying and then pleading for their lives, I just don't. In fact, I just switch off my phone because I actually can't go through that. And that really dealt with me because I was so scared. I was like, okay, these things are happening. Lives are being lost on daily basis due to this virus. So you need to try to always protect your mental health. Like during those periods, when I found out that I couldn't deal with that anymore, I just had to stop going to social media, because whenever I decide to go to Instagram, I decide to go to YouTube, and I say, okay, fine, let me just scroll through and let me know what's happening. It actually dealt with me a lot. I was just not feeling myself anymore. I was just getting angry unnecessarily, and I knew that those things were part of what was making me not comfortable. So I just had to put a hold on it and then look for ways to make me feel good, and also look for ways that would help me protect my state of mind. So that was the thing I did to protect my mental health. I decided to let go of social media at that point in time, because social media was crazy. Social media, if you just pick up your phone, go through people's status, you will see a whole lot of things, and I couldn't deal with that. So I just had to let social media. Next thing that I learned from 2020 is to learn to manage your resources. Like before this coronavirus period, where lots of people were eating, drinking, spending money anyhow, and doing lots of things like that, people didn't think that, okay, something like this is going to come, and then if I'm not going to prepare for it, or if I don't plan for things, unexpected things that happen, you might not be able to stand strong when things happen. So you need to learn how to manage your resources. Your resources could be your time, it could be your money, it could be your savings. And learn how to manage your resources. Learn how to effectively manage them, because if you don't manage them effectively, next time it's going to have a hold on you. Now imagine for those that didn't have a side income, that didn't have something to do when this virus happened and they were all at home, and maybe they spent anyhow, they lavished their resources anyhow. How would they have coped? Because I know of people that they actually didn't know how to go about it after they lost their job due to the corona, and they didn't have any way to survive, and they were just living, because even when they were not managing what they had. Yeah, I know of people that they spent their last time on things that didn't even matter, because they felt, okay, I'm still working, so more money will come. No, it doesn't work that way. Learn how to manage your resources. And this leads us to the next one, which is save and invest. Not just saving alone. Fine, it's good to save your personal things, it's good to save money in various accounts. Okay, fine, I'm going to keep this sum of money every month, and this is the amount I will be keeping, and I won't be touching it, and this is what I won't be doing with it. Just discipline yourself to save your income. I'm not saying you should not enjoy yourself, you should not take care of yourself. No, it's actually far from that. Saving for rainy days is actually very important. I'll talk more on that in my next video. Saving is very, very essential. And aside from saving, you need to also invest. Learn how to invest in proper things. Learn how to invest in things that you know that you are going to benefit from it. It's going to yield profit. If it doesn't yield profit now, it's going to yield profit in the next month or in the next year, or things like that. Learn how to invest. And when you want to invest in things, make sure that you are convinced. And aside from being convinced, make sure that people are aware of the things you want to invest in. I'm not saying telling your friends or stuff. Tell people that you know, okay, these people can actually guide you and tell you if this thing you want to invest your money on, if it's going to be a good thing, or if it's just a what do they call it, if it's just a get quick money scheme or stuff like that, if it's a Ponzi scheme or stuff like that. You need to make sure that you invest in the right place and at the right time, so you don't lose your money, you don't lose your savings and all that. So learn how to save your money for rainy days, because once you don't save and rainy days come, it's going to deal with you so bad that you might not be able to recover from it. Now this takes us to the next one, which is to learn a skill. Like, this is so important, because I know of people that when all these things happened, it was a skill they had that they were using to feed. Learn a skill. It is actually very important to learn a skill. Learn a digital skill, not just learning a skill like learning how to make hair, learning how to barb. No, learn something digital. Learn a digital skill. Don't just learn physical things as, okay, fine, I know how to bake, I know how to barb, I know how to make hairs. Learn digital skills. It's actually very important. Okay, fine, if you say you know how to make hair, you know how to do this. During the coronavirus period, many people were not going out. In fact, nobody will let you come into their house to make their hair, because they were scared if the person coming into their house would have the virus. So you couldn't even make hair at those periods. You couldn't even if you make shoes or that, you couldn't even do those things at those periods. So you need to learn a digital skill, because it is very important. Now imagine you decide to learn how to create content for people. Like, there are companies that were looking for content creators who could create content for them during those periods, and then make their products or their services visible to the online world, and then gain from it. So you need to make sure that you learn a digital skill that is profitable, because not all skills are actually profitable. Learn a skill that is profitable. Learn a skill that you don't need to leave your house, you don't need to leave the comfort of your home before you make money. You can sit at home to make money. Like, for instance, I create content for people and I get paid. I don't even leave my house at all. I create content online, I send it to them online, and I get my money online. I don't need to leave my house or do any of those things. So you need to learn a skill. Decide on what kind of skill you want to learn. There are different skills you can learn. There are copywriting skills you can learn. You can learn content creation. You can learn just different skills. Name it. You can learn affiliate marketing. Just things that you know that, okay, even if things like this would happen again at all. But I pray it doesn't. But since I said expect the unexpected, so even if you're not praying for something like this to happen, you need to make sure that you are prepared for anything that happens at any point in time. Even if it's not 100%, but you can actually do your best to prepare for things that would have to take us to the next step, which is grab opportunities. Like, take opportunities serious. There are some opportunities that come your way and you'll be like, this one I'm actually not feeling is okay, or this one the pay is not good, or this one I don't like it. Please grab opportunities when you can. Take good use of opportunities when you have it, because when you don't use it and you're hoping that something is going to come in later on, trust me, it might end up not coming. So you want to make sure that you take good use of the opportunities. And if you are like most people say, okay, this opportunity that is here is not for me. Why? Because the money is too small. My dear subscribers, you can't do that. When you want to make use, or when you want to take opportunity, fine, it might not be pleasing to you, you might not like it, but please, it starts from little. You can't just wait and then say, okay, I'm expecting something big, so when this one comes I just push it out as, okay, no, I'm not interested in this one. When this one comes, you select it and say, okay, no, I'm not interested. You can't even go when you keep pushing things. It is when you start from little, that is when you even go to something bigger and you start to aim higher. But when you just focus more on, okay, this is any job that I hear most people say, any job that is going to pay me less than let's say less than 100,000 a month, I would not work. What experience do you have? Nothing. And you are boasting, you are saying things like that. How would you fend for yourself if you are going to start waiting for a job that is going to pay you 100k per month? Even when you see a job that will pay you 50k and you are doing shakara on top, please, you don't do such. You need to learn how to take opportunities when necessary. You don't need to wait for something big before you grab it. No. At this point in time, what when you say something that, okay, is not too nice but I can actually take it, please start with it. And one good thing about it is that it gives you experience on how to deal with that business or the services you render. It gives you more experience, it gives you an edge, unlike when you say, okay, fine, I'm not going to work on this because the pay is actually too small. No, if you are going to wait for something big, it's going to take a while. So learn to take opportunities, learn to grab it with all your heart, all your mind. Take opportunities. Don't take it for granted. When opportunities come, I feel like, is it this one? Well, I've seen it, it has happened. No, don't do that. Make good use of opportunities that comes. So the last but not the least thing I've learned in year 2020 is, don't rely on anyone. Don't rely on anyone. If you are spending unnecessarily because you have somebody that you feel, okay, even when I fall, this person is going to help me. Don't rely on anybody. Have a support system anytime, any day, that when something happens, you can actually fall back on it. Don't rely on anyone to help you. Don't rely on anyone to pick you up when you fall down. If you don't work this out for yourself, it's going to have a great deal on you, and trust me, it won't be nice at all, because you'll be struggling. You'll be struggling so hard. So it's better for you to have a support system. If you know you need to save, if you know you need to invest, if you know you need to prepare yourself for certain things, please do, because you can't rely on somebody that you're not even sure if that person is okay wherever he or she is. Relying on people is a no-no. Actually, cross it. Don't rely on people, because it's not going to do you any good. So that is my last and my final thing that 2020 has taught me, and I really hope you learned one or two things from this video. And if you did, please make sure you give this video a like, and I also want you to comment on this video if you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Bye.